All right, we are back for part 2 of Random Hot Takes from my friend. And in this half, like you've seen the first one, that one was pretty fun. But this one is going to be more serious, and it's probably going to be a lot longer because we got some takes on this side that are very more driven and more elongated conversations. I think that, not think, but this is the second half of the 6. I did there's 12 in all. I have 6. I sent a lot of people. Andrew, I asked you, this motherfucker, I said take your time. He never responded. That was 2 days ago. I don't know what he got going on, bro. But other than that, it's fine. We're good. We'll get into this one. We'll start off strong. The first one we want to get into, or I want to get into, is that he said he wants to remain anonymous. He wants to remain anonymous. But he said fat people need to have a gym membership to qualify for EBT. What? What? I have nothing to say about that. I'm moving on to the next one. I have nothing to say. Next, we got from the reincarnation of Tupac. Sakura isn't a useless character and she gets too much hate. Okay. Now this one right here, y'all know I'm a Naruto fan. This one right here is something that I think I agree with. We talked about this years ago. I disagreed with him at the time, I think. But this time, I think I slightly agree. The problem with Sakura has never been Shippuden, I think. Shippuden was like, I think that in the grand scheme of it, and in the eyes of, Naruto fans, Sakura's irritation and why people are so mad at her didn't really come from Shippuden. It came from Naruto Part 1. If you remember, she would say crazy ass shit to Naruto and Sasuke, or Naruto to piss off or try to get Sasuke to agree, just to try to do it out of spite because she knew that Naruto liked her. That was just why Sakura became such a burden to the community. Because you watch Part 1, which I actually hope you have watch Part 2. Part 1 is one of the fantastic. But if you watch Part 1, you'll know there's a lot of scenes in there that just made her seem so unbearable as a character. It's are you sure? Are you sure? I don't really. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't really get why they made her like that. But Shippuden, she's a lot more useful. For instance, no Sakura. Naruto dies. Remember, she kept his heart pumping when he lost the Nine Tails. So I don't see why Sasori. Remember, she fought Sasori with Granny Chiyo. Not Granny. What was her name? Lady Chiyo. Her name was Lady Chiyo. They fought Sasori. They beat Sasori. She had multiple times in the franchise. Remember when she was healing all them people during the 4th Great Ninja War? She was running the med bay, I think. And then she helped fight against, help steal Kaguya, bro. So Sakura is a very important character. It's just the fact that there's so many scenes from both shows where she just decides to be a burden. It's just weird. This, I love you, Naruto. What? Bitch, what? No, man. You can't beat Sakura. Why are you gonna go run and beat Sasuke by yourself? What did you want, bro? Kakashi's struggling. What you finna do? Kiss him? You don't even like that. But I think Sakura deserves to hate in Naruto Part 1. I don't think she deserves it in Shippuden. I don't. Because I think that she still played her role and she did things that helped. She's a medic. She's not supposed to be this, Boruto, we know she get down in Boruto. She was throwing hands with Shin like her life depended on it. You ever fought with your life on the line, eh? You haven't. So Shin, she fought hard in that. Boruto, she fought hard. So she's definitely a much more durable, better character in Boruto. Not better character, but much more useful because she's a lot stronger. But she still is really good in taijutsu. She's strong as shit. And on top of that, she's an A1 healer. She's one of the best healers we ever seen in the show. So I agree. I think Sakura does get too much hate. But some of them she deserves it, but I think for the most part she gets too much hate. She's a very useful character, and if there would be a lot of fucked up situations if we ain't have her on the squad. Just saying. So I don't think this is hot. I think this is like a 6. I think this is hot. I think this is 7 or 8 out of 10. Yeah, but I agree, fully agree with you, Tupac. Khalid from Khalid. By the way, Khalid is back. I forgot to mention this. Khalid is back. He came back a week or 2 ago. He texted me with a picture that said, I love being bipolar, it's awesome, with Kanye, from Kanye. So Khalid is back, and I asked Khalid, and he said, Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man of all the live action ones in terms of being an actual hero, and Andrew is the worst. Now look, this is like a 10. I said like an 8 or 9. in my opinion, Toby, I really have a hard time arguing who's the best Spider-Man out of everyone. Genuinely, because it's really like difficult to like get a grasp on who's really the best. I think who suffered the most is Tom. I know people are gonna be like, Andrew, if you compare Tom and Andrew's suffering, Tom laps him. Stop it. Just because he lost his big and his uncle in the same in his big dad in his bad movies does not compare to the fact that an entire universe forgot about this man. Like, stop it. But Toby, in my opinion, I think that it shows a lot, and I think I somewhat agree with this because it shows a lot. Toby's best scene, I think it's in Spider-Man 2, where he runs in the building and saves that baby without the Spider-Man costume. That right there, his aunt was throwing quotes at that motherfucker like Braun and D-Wade lobs, bro. I'm telling you, she was tossing them quotes. When he ran the house to save the baby, dog. I think that being a hero, I think he is one of the best examples of being a hero. Genuinely. Like, just being one with the people and mastering that. Spider-Man 2, I still think is one of the greatest Spider-Man movies. It's one of two. I think Brand New Day is one, but maybe in time I might rewatch it again and put it back up one again. But as of right now, hence this recording, I think that it is the best Spider-Man movie or second best Spider-Man movie of all time. I think Brand New Day is the best Spider-Man movie. But there's a scene in the train scene, and you remember at the end of the train scene, he was so grounded with the people, and they loved him so much that they said when his mask came off, no one took photos, no one did nothing. They said, "You good? We won't tell." Right there was one of the best reasons why I feel like he is easily the best hero version of Spider-Man that we have. And I feel like that, like, yes, don't get me wrong, Tom has a lot. Tom at the end of the movie throwing the Spider-Man thing to the kid without the suit on, fire. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Tom is like the best all-around Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he can do it all. But I feel like the best hero Spider-Man, like the best symbolic Spider-Man is definitely Tobey. The one that kind of stands up and the people cheer for him, but like they'll do things. Like, let's be real. When nigga Tom mask came off, them niggas was raiding this nigga's crib. They was running around raiding his shit, bro. And yes, I do know. Spider-Man, Tobey had a much smaller crowd. It was just a train versus the world. So it's like, whoa. But they were throwing bricks at him. Remember, they threw a brick through his window and Daredevil caught it. They were throwing bricks at him and all that, bro. So, and also because they made him point to be a bad guy. You know, they made him seem like a bad guy. And they made him seem like, Quentin Beck made him seem like he was a terrible person. So it's two different scales. But I think the best symbolic, like, way of Spider-Man is definitely Tobey. And I think Andrew being the worst, I'm not terribly mad at it. I think that he still is a good hero. The scene with him at the end of 2, where he's like, "Hey, Spider-Man," and he's like, he goes in. We all know he killed the Rhino. Let's be honest, he murdered that nigga in cold blood. He killed the fuck out of that nigga. But I think that I agree with this. I think that Andrew is probably the worst, and it's not like he's a bad hero. It's just more like the other two just stomp him in comparison. Which moves me to my next one. These are like, I'm gonna get the Spider-Man ones out the way from Trey. Shout out to Trey. TASM 2 is a top 5 Spider-Man movie. Oof. Oh my gosh. TASM 2? Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This is a 10 out of 10 take. Red hot. Fiery. Fuego. But I have to disagree. Whoa, I'm just looking at this, I'm in shock. Brand New Day, Spider-Man 2, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, and I would say No Way Home are better. Spider-Man 1 from Tobey's world is better. Spider-Man 3, Tobey's world better. And I think The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is better. This is my problem with the top 5. The top 5 Spider-Man and the Spider-Man 2, TASM 2. This is my biggest problem, my biggest issue, right? TASM 2 didn't have no substance to me. I don't know. It just didn't have no No, I'm not gonna say no substance. It didn't have no direction to me. It felt like we got in a car and we drove, but we ain't have no, like, we had no GPS. We just rode around for real and sight saw. We just had to sightsee, see shit happen. I feel like there's no direction between fucking between Harry showing up in the middle of the film and being Green Goblin, to Electro being a villain in the movie as well, to Gwen dying in the film from Harry, to Harry being sick, and what was, as I say, and then also Peter's parents being like CIA agents. What was going on in that film? Like, I think that there's no direction, there's no line, there's no direction the movie went, and I feel like they just kept throwing, like I said in the Spider-Man tier list, they kept throwing stuff at the wall and just wanted to really see what stuck, and I think that it just didn't work that way. I feel like you gotta have, and I trust me, I rewatched it recently. I have. It's just not that appealing to me. Versus like what Amazing Spider-Man 1 did. It had a direction. It was fun. It was a great film. It was a fun film. But The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I just didn't like the fact that they had brought Harry back and Electro, and Electro being the villain even in the first place. I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I don't know where we were going with that. And I lost it, but Jacob had one as well. Where is he? He says he thinks Andrew is a better Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire. And I think this is a hot take as well. I think that I have another one from Day as well, Dalen. He says that Andrew is the best Spider-like one. That one is a low hot take, 2-3, only because I agree fully, and it's true. He was the best Spider-like out of all of them. Fantastic Spider. He can move around. I think they said that in that whole fight scene with the three of them, that Andrew threw no punches. He was fantastically the best Spider. So I think that I fully agree with that one. That's like a 3 or 4, because it's facts. It's playing out facts. You're not disagreeing with that. Toby and Andrew punched, bro. What Toby and Tom was punching the shit out of niggas, beating motherfuckers in their face. Tom was elbowing Green, like what? This nigga Toby used to get into gritty fights with Green Goblin, like going to hell to him and back. But to Jacob's hot take, I think this is a 9 as well, because I don't know what I would put from Andrew over Spider-Man, or over, I don't know what I would take from Andrew, and what would drive me to put Andrew over Toby or Tom. I don't know what would make me feel that way. There's nothing that Andrew really has that I'll be like, yo, yeah, Tom. Yeah, he stomps Tom and Toby. He stomps Toby. Because Toby is probably like the all-around best when he has a whole. Tom is going to surpass him. I think Tom is, I can honestly say Tom has surpassed him. But the first 3 Spider-Man movies, they had to, they formed him and they made him into a spider. You know what I'm saying? We're watching him grow from a baby spider to a big man spider, a real Spider-Man. So it's like his trilogy is going to really kick now. If we get another one, which it's $1 billion, we want to get another one. But his trilogy is going to really have a kick to it. But I think that if you ask me, I just don't see nothing Andrew has besides just being the best Spider-like Spider-Man. Like, that's it. I think that he genuinely has nothing over him. The emotion, I don't think he has anything of the sorts over Toby in any way. I don't think his aunt even better. Like, stop. I disagree with that. I really disagree with that. That's like a 10, dude. That just it's not really good. This is really hot. Not gonna lie. From Daniel, is this Latinas over Arabs, or is this Arabs over Latinos? I don't know. I'm gonna argue both sides. I've never talked to an Arab girl before, like relationship wise, so I don't know. But Latinas are a very scary genre of women, or a very scary race of women. I don't know why I said genre. It's a very scary race of women. I think that in the grand scheme of things, some Latinas are very crazy. But I don't think it's every Latina. Like, I have some girls that I know who are Latina girls, and they're not crazy. But who knows? You know, that beast wakes up in anybody. I remember there was a video of this girl. I saw on Instagram, and she was just like going haywire, bro. Like, I'm like, oh man, nah, she's saying some. They be in here sound like Adam Sandler, yo. I don't know what they be got going on. Like, I don't know what they be got going on. Dead ass, bro. She was wildin'. She was wildin'. I ain't gonna even fake. She was like, and then she started like laughing out of nowhere. And I have a lot of people that I work with that are Hispanic, and they don't really seem like, there's some that are crazy and some that are calm. So I don't know. A lot of Latina girls are, but if we're talking about looks wise, dude, it's a hot take. I just don't know what he's saying. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what he's saying. I should probably call and ask him. It's late. I don't know if he's up. Like, so I'ma just walk right past one. Daniel sent that one, by the way. So I'm gonna assume he means Latinos over Arabs. But if he means the other one, hey, look, I'm not disagreeing or agreeing. I'm just gonna keep it going. If you bad, you bad. If you crazy as hell, you crazy as hell. Anybody could be crazy. And the last one from CJ is buh is better than puh. And look, I agree.